Hey, what's going on, you guys? Wednesday, it is August 5th. Kind of getting back on the video blog entries. I know I took a little bit of a break because I spent about a week recording all my nutrition stuff. But point that we're going to go over today, common question's been coming up, is what do I need to do to get ready for a competition? So there's a couple quick things we're going to go over that'll help you kind of decide what's going to be appropriate for you. So first thing we're going to talk about is as a beginner competitor, beginner athlete in competition. First of all, hopefully you signed up for just a single day competition. Hopefully it's something that's a little bit more local than out of town. So that way, not much is going to change. For your first competition, you pretty much want to maintain everything the same that you've been doing. So if you normally train 5 days a week, you could still consider the competition one of your training days. Make sure that that falls into your 5 days a week. If you train 6 days a week, make sure that it falls into 6 days a week. That way your body is going to stay in its normal routine. Sometimes people make the mistake of wanting to take 2 days off before a competition. Typically what will happen commonly is you'll start to get tight, your body will fall out of that routine. You'll kind of trick your body into thinking, oh, I'm going to take a couple of days off so I can recover. And typically, what happens, your body will start to produce cortisol, which will help your body recover, which is a good thing. But it's also going to tighten you up a little bit, and you may not perform at the best level that you normally would. So, one is you don't want to change too much as far as what you've been doing. Second thing people ask me about outside of training for a competition is nutrition. Again, first time competitors, you typically aren't gonna want to change your nutrition too much leading up to the competition. Anything that you change in your body that you haven't done up until that point is gonna have a good effect. So if you do something different and it's positive and it works out for your body, that's great. But B, it could give you a bad effect too. So you don't know that being that you've never competed before. So it's best to leave things the same. Now, if you're somebody who's first time competitor and you're really trying to get dialed in beforehand, you can always run a test week a couple of weeks before. So you take one day off and then come in and do a heavy volume training day. You manipulate your nutrition a little bit the day before you come in and do a heavy volume training day, and you see how your body reacts. Now, this will give you a little bit more data onto what's going to be appropriate for your body. People always ask me the question, well, what do you do? Well, I'll say this: anybody who gives you an answer based on what they do and they tell you that's the right way, they're lying to you because everybody's going to be a little bit different. So me personally, I kind of follow suit with the I don't like to change too many things. So if I'm doing a one day competition, I usually train up till the day of. If it's a multi-day competition, I might take a day off beforehand, but that's because I know I'm going to be training 2 or 3 days in a row. So that's about where my normal routine is. I typically don't train more than 3 days in a row. So if I know I have a 2 or 3 day competition up, if I take a day off before, it's going to be part of my normal training routine. All right. So we've talked about nutrition leading up to. We've talked about training leading up to. The next important thing we need to talk about is nutrition and recovery during the workout. Now, again, this is what's relevant for me. So if I'm doing a competition and I know in between each of my workouts, I'm going to have about an hour. My recovery is going to be active, meaning that I'm not going to try to sit down. I'm not going to spend too much time lounging around. I'm going to try to stay warm. I'm going to use the opportunity to stay loose, stay warm, go over any mobility, ice up anything that I need to ice up, and get myself ready for the next workout. If I have, let's say, 3 hours in between my workouts, I'm going to have an appropriate cool down, and then I'm going to spend about an hour chilling out, maybe an hour and a half. I want to try to let my body recover as much as I can during that time frame, so I want to minimize my movement as much as I can. And then about 30 minutes to an hour before I go for my next workout, I'm going to start to warm up gradually for what's going to be appropriate for the workout coming up. So that's when you're talking about recovery in between your workouts, leading up to one to the other. It's all going to be dependent on the time frame. Like I said, what works for me may not work for you. So always keep that in mind. Second thing is nutrition. So if I have an hour in between workouts, I'm typically going to try to go liquid calories with some sort of light fruit. So maybe a half a banana with a protein shake, some strawberries with a protein shake, a protein shake with some sort of carbohydrate supplement. I want to try to minimize the amount of effort my body has to use to digest calories. So Everybody knows that I'm a whole food type of person, but in those instances, I need to try to absorb as much calories as I can in a short window. And I'm also going to try to consume those calories as quickly to after my workout that I can, so my body has enough time to try to replenish itself, I guess, for lack of a better term. Now, again, if I have 3 hours in between workouts, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm typically going to do some small amount of liquid calories immediately after I work out, and within 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to try to eat some food, protein, boiled egg, uh, piece of chicken breast. It's kind of whatever your body is used to digesting. And I'm also going to take in some food carbohydrates that's a little bit outside of the fruit. So I may eat a whole banana, but I'm always a big fan of sweet potatoes. Um, I think that fruit's always a good option, but some people get a little bit of indigestion because of the acidic content in fruit, depending on what kind it is. So again, that's going to be up to you, kind of deciding what's going to be appropriate. So like I said, for you beginner competitors, don't get too stressed out about trying to do all the figuring out. Go have a good time. See what people are doing around you. Don't necessarily think that what they do is going to work best for you. But like I said, if you're just going to have a good time, compete, don't get anxiety about all this other stuff. Worry about the competition, see how your body feels, and then you can make adjustments. For the first time competitors who are interested in taking it to the highest possible level that they can, you usually want to have that test period beforehand. So a week or two before the competition, take a day off, come in and do some high volume training. Change your nutrition a little bit. Come in the next day, do some high volume training. Don't take any days off. Come in and do some high volume training. See how your body's going to react to those different scenarios, and then you'll be able to kind of tune it in a little bit more. Anybody who's a veteran when it comes to competition, obviously you guys will have a little bit more of a leg up as far as those things go. But like I said, there's not a black and white answer. So I'm not going to tell you that there is. I'm not going to tell you that one thing works better than the other. But if you do have questions, you guys know that I'll try to keep you on track as best as I can. So stop by and see me. But this weekend we have Cali Friendly Fire coming up. The following weekend we have the Deuces Wild coming up. So if you guys have any specific questions, feel free to come see me. All right. Have a wonderful day.